really exciting to be able to tell you all now that me and my husband Jason will be expecting a little magpie baby at the start of next year. So we're so pumped and it's kind of in shock a little bit, but super happy, and I'm sure there's a lot of things along the road that we're not really sure of what to do. We'll probably just be winging it, but yeah, it's really exciting to be able to actually share the exciting news. Yeah, so I found out just before I went away for World Cup, so just before the break was happening with the Suncorp Super Netball League. Yeah, it was pretty intense time, obviously preparing for a World Cup and then finding out that we were pregnant. It was a lot of excitement in our household and a lot going on. But to be honest, I feel like it actually made the whole experience even better. Like, I think just playing and knowing that we were carrying that kind of little secret around with us, and having, like, sharing that, I guess, not just with myself but with the little bub in there, and to say that, like, you know, it would be really cool in the future to be able to tell the bub that it played in a World Cup, so, which is pretty awesome. And I think something that's even special for me is that my mum played with me in her tummy, played netball, which I think for me kind of, I don't know, solidified that link between, even though she's not here anymore, I get to do that too. So that's something that made it, getting a little bit emotional, but really special for me during this last few weeks as well. I think it's just given me a whole different perspective on things in a really good way. I think knowing that you know, it probably was my last, you know, few games, and I just wanted to cherish every moment, because I knew that, you know, potentially in 6 months' time, you know, I'm not going to have these really special moments because they don't last forever, unfortunately. And then obviously with the Magpies girls, the form that we came back out of the break with, I don't know, everyone was just super relaxed around the group, and I just felt like we found our groove, and it made me cherish every moment. And I'm kind of glad I did find out quite early, because I did actually get the chance to, you know, when everyone was sitting there at, you know, at training, like, stuffed, I was sort of sitting there like, oh, you know, I'm not going to be doing this in a little while. Like, this is, you know, the last few weeks I'll be here. So it kind of made me, like, be in the moment for every moment and really enjoy it with the girls too. I guess at some times, probably a bit later on, I was a little bit like, is it okay? Like, just because you read so many different things. But I think the coolest thing out of all of it, it's really made me listen to my own instinct and trust my body. And every little thing that I did, like, I knew that I had this little miracle inside of me, and it kind of gave me that extra little oomph that, like, I'm growing a baby. Like, I've played netball for 10 years. Like, I can go play netball. Like, it's what I love to do. Like, so this one's inside probably, like, getting shaken around and, like, yeah, getting all the adrenaline kicks. But it's, I think, like, yeah, after talking with the doctors and getting that confidence and then listening to my own instincts, I definitely felt it was the right thing, and, you know, I think it brought the best out in me, which is really cool. It was really hard at the start, especially just because you want to, like, tell people you're excited. Like, it's never happened to me before, so it's like you want to share, like, this joy with everyone. But I also, like, didn't want the team to be distracted, and I wanted it to be about the team and nothing to change focus about that. And so I decided to tell the girls. It was before our last round game, because we weren't sure whether that could have been my last game or not. So I thought, I think it'll give us a good boost for our last round game. And yeah, it was a really special moment. I'm glad that we've got it on video. Yeah, so obviously Kelsey had a knee surgery, and she wasn't able to be at our last captain session, which is when I told the girls. And so she came on the game day, and I was having just a little cuddle with her before the game in the change room, and I thought, I'm going to tell her, like, this will be special. And then so I gave her a big squeeze, and I just whispered in her ear, I'm pregnant. And her face was hilarious. She was just like, oh my gosh, like, she was not expecting that. But I think it's really cool. Like, you know, me and Kelsey have been through a lot this year, obviously, Aussie stuff, World Cup, and obviously with her crappy knee injury, like, it's so devastating. So having that moment with her before the game, and then we all just played so well in that last round game. So it was just like the icing on the cake. Like, obviously it's so special and such good news, but then it was also kind of sad to think that I won't be here anymore. So it's like, yeah, I probably won't be playing next year, which is so weird. Like that's all I've ever known is netball. But I'm sure I'll have my hands full with another little thing, another little human. But yeah, it is a bittersweet. Like I think it won't really hit home until the girls start next year. And I'll be like, hey, like this is not right. I'm meant to be there with them. But I can't wait to see 2020 and the girls. They're going to absolutely smash it and they'll have an extra little supporter there to watch them. I'm kind of like, oh, my career's going on ice for the moment. We'll see what happens. You know, I think at the moment, like it would be amazing to think that you'd be able to come back and be able to play with a little one, you know, watching you and supporting you. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen in the future. And you know, if I feel like that in a year's time, I'll think about it. But if not, like I'm so happy with how everything's gone. And, you know, I just reflect on like from when I started to now, like it's been absolutely the best journey ever. Like it's helped me to find who I am as a person. I've had so many amazing memories. I've been to a World Cup, Com Games, come to an amazing club and finishing up with like Collingwood. So either way, like if I am to come back, that'll be awesome. And if my body allows me to, that will be even better. But if not, like I'm so happy and at peace with everything at the moment.